Hello and welcome back to Maestropia's music channel. In this video we're going to go over the second page for Beethoven's Opus 31 No. 2 third movement, the Tempest. In this video we're going to go from measures 43 through 94. In the last video, or I should say in the first video, we stopped with that at the bottom of the first page. So after that we're going into this. So we're going to use 120 on our metronome, which I believe is the same from the first video. So let's start at measure 43 first. We're going to go over the right hand. So you may have on your sheet music 2, 4, 3. So that's that first F. We have a appoggiatura. We go 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2. So it's kind of a finesse thing, and you just need to keep practicing that at first. Oh, and that E should be long also, right? We have a slur, and we don't have any rest in there, so that's meant to be long. Let's keep going. Now over to measure, it looks like 48. Okay, so starting on that high F again. On the C, we have another appoggiatura. So that means we're going to play the note, go up one in the scale, or in the key, and then back down, and then to B natural. So we don't have to do anything too fancy with the fingers there, we just play the notes. And then going on, now here, we just have a bunch of octaves. We have F, and then E. So you can just loop that also until you get used to it. And we're going to be sticking with octaves after that. So if you're not too used to reading those top ledger line notes way up there, then you can just look at the bottom note for a speed tip because it's the same note. They're all staccato except for right A, F, F. Okay, and then let's keep going on. I'm trying to go as fast as I can because you can always stop and replay this however you need to. Now we're at measure 67. We just ended with 67 right there, and then we're going on A, more octaves, right? C, E, 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 C, 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 A, right? So the whole thing together right there, those four measures. And then there's a little crescendo there, right? Maybe your sheet music might not have the same markings as mine, so I'm not going to talk too much about dynamics. We're just focusing on the notes. And then going on, measure the end of 73. Same idea, we're just adding some more 16th notes in there. A, C, 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 E, 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 C. So then at full speed. Okay, so that's the next little section. And then we just got a bunch more octaves. So I know it looks like a lot of notes, it might seem confusing, but just remember that most of this right hand on this page is using octaves, so that makes it a little bit easier. So measure 79. Okay, that's that first phrase there. One more time with the metronome. So you notice all of those eighth notes were exactly with the metronome, right? Because we're using 120 as our eighth note for this song. And that's just, the current practice tempo, a good tempo for me to show you the song, but you could change it later to whatever you want. Okay, and then We just played that. Now we're at 83. It's the same melody, same phrase, except now we're breaking up those octaves. So we still have A, B, C sharp, D, C natural, B natural. And I'm going through it fast, I know, but you're gonna have to work these out one by one yourself anyway and take time with it. And then we're almost done with the right hand for this video. So then after that, we are at measure 87. Now we start with an AA octave, as you can see, and then our second finger has to come down, G sharp, A, another A, another A. So we got one more time, A, G sharp, A. And then the next measure, 88, we start with the G sharp, do 3 of the A's, and then another G sharp, A. So that's measure 88. And then measures 89 and 90 just repeat the 2 previous measures. So if we put 87 together, those 4 measures, we got. And I was trying to over-exaggerate those forzandos at the beginning of each measure. The first measure there, on 87, it starts with an A. The second one, we have the accent with the G sharp, and then it repeats, like I said. Okay, so then after that, we just go right here to the B flat, between B flat and A. This isn't too bad because our thumb is sort of the anchor. It doesn't have to move anywhere. So with the metronome, let me do the whole 8 measures going from 87. I'll show you what that sounds like with the metronome now. And then right after that, we're going to be right back to the top of the page. So, right? So, because we got a repeat sign there. Okay, now let's go back to measure 43, and we're going to go over the left hand now. Backing up again, a couple measures before that, we got. So we just played those low Fs, and then we actually need to come up an octave to play the E's right there. So right after that, we need to come up here to get ready for the left hand. So, and we're going to repeat that a whole bunch. We can go slow. You could go 1 note per click just to practice it, or that would be our full speed. So that's another thing, you just got to loop and keep playing it until you get comfortable. And then the next thing, when we're going to change, is going to be measure, looks like 49. So we just came out of, and then we go to that, which is A minor chord. And then the next measure. And then we're going to be back into this. The next part, because we're just going to loop that again, right? That's all the same. And then we go back to the A minor. And you don't need to worry about these chord names. I'm just, for some of you, that might help. So let me just play through this section for you from, it looks like 57 on with the metronome. And then that brings us to measure 67, which we're going to come down to an A, lower there. A, and then we got to reach down to an E. E again, go a little bit higher. Okay, one more time with the metronome. Down to an E, change the chords, okay? So that's that phrase. And then we just repeat it, the exact same thing again. the right hand changes a little bit, but the left hand doesn't. So we do that again. The next, whatever that was, 6 measures. And then that brings us to measure 79. Okay, so let's go over that 4 measures. You'll notice here, right, we have this A that's not moving. So that makes that maybe a little bit easier. And then we got to switch to our 5th finger down here. When that becomes the new bass, and then shift to your 2nd finger to get ready to start it all over again. And we do it again until here, which is, what measure is that? 83, 85. One more time. And then that brings us, well, let me show you with the metronome. So same idea. Sometimes you have the thumb being the anchor of the movement, and sometimes you have the 5th finger. So just use that to your benefit, and you don't have to worry about that finger as much. Okay, and then measure 87. This is mimicking the right hand, right? So let's just do 87. I'm just going to slow this down and do 1 note per click for now. G sharp, A, G sharp, and then our chord. And then we're back to the first page. I know that's kind of, I'm jumping around. I was showing you each musical phrase with each hand so that hopefully you can, work on right hand and do that with the metronome, and then work on the left hand, just piece by piece. You can't work on the whole song and try to do it that way. You can for fun, but if you really want to make progress on it, you need to work on the song in little pieces, like 1, 2, or 4 measures, and just piece that puzzle together until you can put the whole song together. And that's actually a really smart and effective way to practice. So I hope that was helpful for all of you who requested another video for the Tempest. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going. It kind of depends on you guys. So let me know if this was helpful for you, and if you need anything else. And like and subscribe as always so that you can get new videos right away as soon as I upload them to you. So, all right, thanks a lot. See you guys next time.